Welcome, adventurer! Did you know we share a brand new story here every single day? If you love exploring incredible worlds and living exciting adventures, stay with us. Let's dive into today's story. The Explorer's Watch. In the window of a tiny antique shop, between an old rusty compass and a dented telescope, shone a watch unlike any other. Its face showed not hours, but strange symbols that seemed to change with the light. The hand, instead of moving in circles, danced in all directions as if searching for something. Max would never have noticed this shop if his ball hadn't bounced in front of the window on this December 13th. The moment he bent to pick it up, the watch began to glow intensely, casting golden lights on the freshly fallen snow. "Come in, come in," called a warm voice. On the doorstep stood an old lady with silver hair, wearing a scarf woven with luminous threads. "I'm Madam Winter, and I believe this watch was waiting for you." Inside, the shop was larger than it appeared. Fascinating objects covered every inch of the walls, and the ceiling seemed to reflect a starry sky. "This watch," explained Madam Winter as she carefully removed it from the window display, "is the Explorer's Watch. It guides those with an adventurer's heart to extraordinary places, but only for 24 hours. After that, all magical paths close until the following year." Max checked the time on his phone. Exactly noon. "So if I take it, I have until noon tomorrow?" Madam Winter smiled mysteriously. "Exactly. But remember, the watch doesn't show the way. It reveals what's already there, hidden before our eyes." Max didn't hesitate for a second. Emptying his piggy bank of his Christmas money, he bought the watch. As soon as he fastened it to his wrist, the hand began spinning wildly, pointing resolutely toward the municipal park. Following the hand, Max discovered that the ordinary world hid invisible wonders. The park benches, seen through the watch's glass, revealed luminous inscriptions. Trees seemed to have tiny doors at their bases, and in the air floated ribbons of light that no one else seemed to see. The hand led him to an old frozen fountain. Looking through the watch face, Max saw that the ice formed words. "To see the hidden path, walk backward around the fountain 3 times while singing your dearest wish." Feeling a bit foolish but too curious to stop, Max complied. On the 3rd turn, a passage opened in the ground, revealing a spiral staircase made of sparkling ice that descended into the depths. "What am I getting myself into?" he whispered as he began the descent. The staircase led him to a network of crystalline caves where northern lights danced on the walls. Still following the watch's hand, Max discovered wonders at every turn. A room filled with ice flowers that played music when touched, an underground lake where luminous fish swam, a garden of phosphorescent mushrooms that changed color as he passed. But this was just the beginning. The watch guided him through secret passages hidden in the city. A library hidden in the clouds, accessible by an invisible elevator. A magical market in abandoned subway tunnels where fabulous creatures exchanged enchanted objects. A miniature forest growing on a skyscraper's roof that housed rainbow birds. At each new discovery, Max took notes in his notebook. He drew a map of the secret passages, wrote down the magical words he learned, and collected small treasures. A rainbow bird feather, a crystal that whispered stories, a drop of northern lights preserved in a vial. Time passed quickly, too quickly. As the sun began to set, the watch's hand led him to his most extraordinary discovery, a secret workshop hidden in the heart of an old tree. Inside, elves were preparing for Christmas, creating magical toys and wrapping dreams in shiny gift paper. "Ah, we were wondering when you'd arrive," said the eldest elf. "Each year, the Explorer's Watch guides a child to us. You see, Santa needs help spotting the magical places where certain special gifts must be delivered." The elves showed him how certain gifts had to take particular paths to reach their destination. Through the northern lights for dreamers, through the cloud library for story lovers, via the hanging garden for those who talk to animals. "And now," said the old elf, consulting his own magical watch, "it's time for you to make a choice. You have 3 hours left before the magic fades. You can either return home with your memories or help us map the last magical paths in the city." Max didn't hesitate. Taking out his notebook, he shared all his discoveries with the elves. Together, they created a complete map of the enchanted passages, allowing Santa to reach every child, even those living in the most inaccessible places. When midnight struck, the elves escorted him back to the surface through a tunnel made of northern lights. "Don't forget," said the old elf, "even if the magical passages are no longer visible, they're still there. True magic is knowing how to look at the world with an explorer's eyes." The next day, the watch appeared ordinary again. But Max knew it still held secrets. Looking at it carefully, he could sometimes see the hand tremble slightly, as if detecting nearby magic. Since that day, Max sees the world differently. He notices the small magical details of everyday life, the way light dances on puddles, the strange shapes clouds make, the mysterious corners of the city that no one seems to see. And sometimes, when he passes by Madam Winter's shop, he glimpses a new watch in the window, waiting for the next explorer ready to discover the hidden wonders of the world. For as Madam Winter says, "The greatest adventures are not those we seek, but those that find us when we have our eyes and hearts wide open. The end. What an adventure! Did you enjoy it? Tomorrow, another equally amazing story awaits you right here. And if you'd like to discover exclusive stories or share your own ideas, feel free to check out our website. See you tomorrow!